Today I would like to talk about the energy of our eyes, very important parts of ourselves, the parts that allow us to connect to the external world around us, to see the objects, see other people, connect telepathically as well with the outside world. And also eyes help us to see inwardly, so-called inner eyes, our intuition, our third eye, our psychic powers. They're also in that realm, the realm of seeing and realm of connecting. And I feel like currently our eyes need a lot more love than ever, because we are literally bombarded with information around us, and there is so much going on, and there is so much on social media and so many distractions, so many words, messages, photos, videos. It's all boom, 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 boom. Difficult for the eyes, isn't it? It's difficult to concentrate, connect. We jump from one subject to the other. So eyes really need a rest, and eyes really need a special time for themselves. So sometimes it's worth just sitting down and listening to the eyes, listening to the energy of your eyes, talking to them and feeling, what do your eyes really want? How do they want to see the world? What do they want to see? Where do they want to go? Where do they want to look? Who do they want to connect with? All these questions are important when we talk with our eyes, because we don't always ask them. And sometimes we give a lot of pressure to the eyes by looking at the screen. And I find in my energy healing work that screens have quite low energy, low vibrational energy. So when we look at the screen, our energy goes down. And when we hold, let's say, mobile phone with our hands as well, it's affecting the energy of the hand. And I personally feel how it's affecting, for example, my eyes when I'm on the internet, especially very concentrated, and then I'm scrolling, for example, or I'm doing lots of things, and I'm very, how can I say, focused on the work at this moment, you know, putting a lot of pressure from myself and also receiving pressure from the phone or the computer. This is where I feel that my eyes are telling me, please stop, please don't do that anymore. We need a rest, we need something normal, something nice. So I thought I would share a couple of techniques of what I personally do for my eyes to relax. And I know it's a paradox, because we are talking now with you through the computer, but this is the way at the moment, this is the way to connect and the way to give information. And I would much prefer to give it personally and to connect personally, but this is how it is. So what helps me to clean my eyes daily? And I'm talking about energetic cleanse of the eyes, because eyes have energy, the energy that is emanating from our eyes, you know, the way we read each other's eyes, other people, how we can read how old the soul is, if it's a young soul, if it's an old soul. We can read people's thoughts in the eyes very clearly. We can feel if the person is authentic. If they're not authentic, we can feel their intentions. We can feel the depth of the spirit, the beauty of the spirit. We can feel the gifts of the person. Sometimes we look and there is a certain vibration in the eyes which tells us special information about this person. And sometimes I recommend just looking in people's eyes before you start listening to what they say, and before you start judging by maybe the way they look, the way they move, the way they behave. The eyes are much more powerful, and the eyes contain much more interesting energies. So like you do with the camera, when you focus on a certain object in your reality, let's say, I don't know, on a plate with food or a portrait or a plant, when you look at the person, you can focus on the energy of the eyes only first, and then start receiving information this way, and you'll be surprised how many things you feel just by looking at people's eyes. And this will be the most truthful information. This will be very authentic, what you feel from the eyes. So whenever you look at something, your eyes develop a connection with that object or that person or that part of the world around us that we're looking at. So let's say I'm looking at this wonderful unicorn now, and I like this unicorn a lot, so I like looking at it. So the moment I start focusing my eyes on it, the energy of my eyes is going to this object. So you can imagine it as a bridge between my eyes and this unicorn at the moment. It really happens. We can't see it physically, but psychically it's there. There is an energy flowing between my eyes, and I'm receiving information about this object immediately. Now this object also feels my eyes, and I know this is inanimate object, but On an energy level, everything is alive, and even an so-called inanimate object or toy will also receive the energy of my eyes. And part of it will change depending on how I look at it. Now, this is a slightly different subject, but just a couple of words about it. The unicorn will change accordingly to how I look at the unicorn. This is the quantum effect. So if I look at something with a lot of love, and I portray a lot of love with my eyes, the objects will start to look better and will start to change. It will be a very small change, energetic, but you'll be able to perceive. That's why when we look at somebody that we really love, they are very beautiful. And the same with us. So it's a mutual communication. We are transforming the objects and the people as we're looking at them. And another thing that happens, our eyes get an effect from what we're looking at. It is an instant connection, an instant cause and effect. So if you're looking at something which is really pleasant, really, really high, like this unicorn. For me personally, for example, it's my healing object. I've put lots of energy into it. I look at it often. So when I look, my eyes are happy. They begin to smile. They begin to elevate. So I feel a good energy in my eyes. So in essence, they're healing because they're looking at something that they like. And they're looking at something with a very high vibration, high energy. So if I was to look at something which upsets me, for example, I don't know, a horror movie or a piece of news on the TV, or I don't know, a scene that upsets me, or something which has a lower frequency, then my eyes will be unhappy and they will start a little bit being painful, or I don't know, congesting the energy a little bit inside. It all happens on a very subtle level and we may not be able to feel it immediately, but this is what happens. There is an instant connection between us and that scene or that object that we're looking at. So sometimes it's very interesting to observe how a particular object or a particular thing affects the energy of your eye. And there are certain healing objects or healing aspects of our life which are good for our eyes. And you may want to decide for yourself which ones are the best, which ones make you feel really great and make your eyes rest. And you may want to include those objects as much as you can during the day. So especially if you have to work on the computer or work on your phone a lot, which unfortunately we have to do a lot at the moment, you can make sure that you spend equal time giving your eyes a rest and giving your eyes a little bit time to breathe and be at peace and to look at something really high vibrational. So for me personally, I look at some nice pictures that I like. So I just find some fantasy pictures. I like fantasy worlds. I like unicorns. I like wizards. I love castles. I like fairies. I like flowers. I like imaginary world somewhere in the sky in another dimension. That this is my topic. So I just find these pictures somewhere and I look at them. I print them or I find them in a book somewhere and I just stare at them with my eyes, and this gives me a nice rest after I've done some work on the computer maybe. Also, I enjoy looking at the trees. So if you have any trees that you can see from your home or when you're walking on the street, if you can stop in front of the tree and look at the tree and just absorb the high energy of the tree, just connect with this frequency, with the green stuff in the tree. You know, in a way, they say that we need to eat green things, and it's true, but also we need to look at green things because the green frequency is very good for our body and for the eyes. Just being next to it, just looking at it is already uplifting our eyes, and it's almost like if the eyes were heavy or too focused, then the green energy comes and it disperses those, you know, congested energies, disperses the tension, so the eyes start to feel better. So choose any objects or anything that you like to look at, and it has to be something without a screen, so no technology. It has to be something like that you can touch, which has a good vibe, which is very balanced, very peaceful, so that will be a good choice. Colors, anything with colors, choose the colors that are good for you. Yellow, orange, pink maybe. It is your personal choice, whatever your eyes are calling you to see, but that will help. Also, I find that washing the eyes is a very good idea. So when I work a lot on the computer, I feel very tired, and I make sure that I wash my eyes just with the water, just very quickly wash my eyes. I can feel that the water takes away the low energy from the face and the eyes. It's almost like it really clears that radiation that we take on ourselves. So I do it several times per day, just very intuitively, without thinking much. Whenever I feel that there is some external energy on my face or my eyes, I would clear it with water. And also giving good breaks for the eyes is very important. Not always working, not always focusing, but giving them some really good rest. So maybe just sitting down and having your eyes closed for some time is very good for its frequency, because it allows your eyes to rest, allows them to connect, you know. It's almost like the eyes have been carrying heavy bags, and then they take a sit and remove the bags, and you know, we can have a cup of tea, we can have a cake and relax. You don't have to work all the time. And the eyes will really like this. They will love this message. They will know that you care about them, and they will give you better eyesight, more focus, more clarity, because they know you're working towards their health. So they will work towards giving you better health themselves. I feel that this is a cooperation. Okay, and today I want to show you just an exercise which I do sometimes for the eyes in order to clear them and in order to release any stagnant, unbalanced energy from the eyes. At the moment, as I said, we are very bombarded, unfortunately, and the main bombardment comes from technology. And you have to be aware that there are also subtle subconscious messages in social media at the moment, and not just social media, the news and everywhere. So in a way, this energy is communicating with the eyes, and it's piercing the eyes. It's constantly getting into them, into the brain. And how close our eyes are to the brain, this is really close. So it's getting right in, and we have to protect ourselves at this moment. It's very important to keep still, and maybe if you can resist the urge of constantly looking at the phone or at the computer, and look at the beautiful energy around yourself, because there are so many things to look at. There are great things to look and observe in the world around us, and the more we give power to that, the less we'll be dependent on technology. Okay, so the exercise, this is going to be an energy creation exercise. This is a technique that I practice and I teach. I developed this technique through many years of how to use our hands in order to help our energy to transform. And I'm just going to show you one of these exercises now, so you can work with it. Okay, so for this exercise, we will connect our hands together like this, and we will spend a moment just channeling the energy between your hands, your palms, and you can close your eyes and spend a moment to connect with the energy of your hands. And I would like you to take a deeper breath for this exercise. A couple of nice deep breaths so you can get tuned into the world of energy and enjoy the energy passing through your hands now. Beautiful energy. Feel very soft, loving energy coming through your hands, like some sort of a miraculous flow, almost like a river, water flowing through your hands. Enjoy it for a moment. Now we're going to bring our hands to our eyes, just to the energy without touching the eyes. So we're going to bring it to the so-called, the aura of our eyes, which is just next to it. And I would like you to move your hands very gently in the air, sort of massaging your eyes, getting to know the energy of your eyes. Imagine that you're tuning your hands into the energy of your eyes, connecting like that bridge, and clearing your eyes with your hands. And I would love you to just go very intuitively now, listening to your own inner guidance, breathing deeply and stabilizing the energy of your eyes. Cleansing your way, noticing tiny particles that maybe hold tension, maybe been seeing a lot what they shouldn't see, maybe some past pains from your life. Use your hands to release them from your eyes now, from the depth of your spirit. Realize how important and powerful your eyes are, how much love we need to give to them daily, momentarily, every minute, every second. It's in the moment that love comes in the moment. Almost feel how your eyes are very precious. They allow you to see so much, and you have the power of choice of what to look at. Every second you have a choice. What do you choose to look at? What would you like to see? You can include more of this into your reality. Go deeper into the subtle energy world. We're now connecting with the subtle energy through energy creation, and we're tapping into and uplifting the energy of your eyes and cleansing them with your hands. It's a beautiful self-healing practice. It's very intuitive. You may touch your third eye as well if you want, and maybe sides of the eyes like the temples, a bit of the forehead. Just elevating this area, this zone. Let's just put a nice protective layer around your eyes so nothing can get in, and whatever comes there which doesn't serve you will bounce back. Almost like you're creating an extra costume for your eyes. Just build it there with your hands. Okay, and release your hands now to your knees. Let's just sit for a moment in this newly created energy and sense it. Sense how your eyes feel now. How nourished they are, how they're absorbing this new energy. Your energy creation. Beautiful frequency. Integrate those wavelengths inside of your eyes. Pure, clear, connected, powerful, empowered to choose. And let's start taking nice deeper breaths now. Start feeling the energy going through your body. Feeling your breath, feeling your hands, feeling the space slowly coming back to the current moment, to your eyes, looking at the world around. What do you see first? After this exercise, what would you like to see? Where do your eyes go? Just ask your eyes for a moment, what do you want to see more? Show me, eyes. Where do you want to focus? What do you like? In this way we can get intuitive messages from the eyes by just asking them to guide us, because the body already knows all the answers. The body's very clever. It's got books written about your healing, well-being, all kinds of health on all the levels. The body knows. We only need to just sit down close our eyes and ask, and then listen, and then act upon it. So whatever our body has told us, we gotta do something about it. So if your eyes feel like they need a rest, if your eyes feel like they need a bit of love and a bit of softness, maybe this is true. Maybe you can give those moments of time during the day and let your eyes have a rest, some peaceful time for your eyes. And also just remember that you can choose what you look at. So thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to go deeper with studying energy creation, I just created a new online course, and this is a good introduction course if you want to learn more about the power of your hands and how you can uplift the energy of your body and your life through your own frequency. So thank you very much for watching, and please join us for our classes and subscribe if you like to this channel. And I wish you all the very best at this time now. Thank you.